Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Darrin with GuitarControl.com bringing you this video lesson. And today I want to show you, this will be like actually a couple of things we'll be going over. One thing we'll be going over is like the main riff from the song The Zoo by the Scorpions. I want to use this riff to demonstrate an idea basically. So basically what we want to do is just go over this riff and show like some different ways that it could have been played to show kind of like the differences and stuff, and hopefully this will give you some ideas of things that you can do to add in like a little harmony into melody lines that you've already maybe came up with. So anyhow, be sure to click on the link in the description for the tabs, and let's get close up and take a look at this. Alright, so the first thing I want to do is just go over this riff for the Zoo. So it's got this you're pedaling the open sixth string. So it's kind of like a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and like that. So then we've got these two-note chords, and they're power chords, but they're not the typical power chords that you usually do. You probably already done, a fifth. So like here, that's E5 because I'm on the 7th fret of the A string, which is an E, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to the 5th note, which is B. So E, F, G, A, B, 5 away. And that's your power chord shape that you've probably done a lot, or one where you just play the same fret on 2 strings at the same time. So like that's a 4th. So if we look at that like just the D and the G string open, that's a 4th. So D, E, F, G, it's 4 away. So for this, what they're doing is they're actually doing the power chord shapes are major thirds and minor thirds, and what it does is it makes this little melody. So if we just looked at the root notes for this melody, so that's the melody line for it. So on the A string it's 12, 10, 12, 10, 9, 7, 9, 10. Now if they'd have taken that and just done like power chord, like the power chords that we traditionally do, like a fifth, it sounds considerably different. Or if the fourths, now, one reason it sounds different is because you're used to hearing it the way that it's originally done. So if we look at that little melody line, so those are our notes. We've got an A, a G, an F sharp, and an E. So this is actually in the key of E minor, because the notes that are in E minor is all naturals except one sharp, which is F sharp right there. So what we're doing is, instead of doing the fifths or the fourths, we're doing thirds. So what that's able for us to do is to have a more like pretty sounding harmony, instead of it just being everything being the same. Because if you're harmonizing fifths or fourths, it's always the same interval, but here it's changing from a major third to a minor third. So let's look at those two shapes first. So we've got here, this first one, we're on the 12th fret of the A string with my third finger and the 10th fret of the D string with my first finger. And that is A plus a minor third. Your minor third, which is C. So if we look at a chord scale for the key, and if you're not familiar with how to do that, how to use a chord scale and stuff, or even what a chord scale is for that matter, I'll leave a link to a lesson that I did on this that'll cover all of this. And so after you watch that, this will help this to make more sense. I'll just leave a link for that right here. So if we look at the chords in that key, the E chord is minor. The F sharp is actually a diminished chord. The G is a major, and then you have an A minor and a B minor, a C major, D major, and then we're back to our E minor again. So that's how you know which of these notes that you want to use, is that we know that in this key that A is minor. So since this is an A, we're going to do the minor shape. And then we go down to a G, and in this key, the G is major. So we do our major third shape. So the major third shape is wherever, if we're doing our root note here, we go to the next string and down one fret. So I'm on the 10th fret of the A string with my second finger and the 9th fret of the D string with my first finger. Okay, so now the next one we go to is we're going to F sharp, and we're just doing a minor third. Now, the chord is actually a diminished chord, but if you look at what the formula for a diminished chord is, which, like in that other lesson, it goes through all of this, a diminished chord is a minor chord with a flat 5. So since we're not doing the fifths, we're just doing the thirds, we can still use our minor shape. And now here, our E minor. Because we're here on E on the 7th fret, and we're doing the minor shape. Because again, in the key, those are the chords. So it's a cool riff, and it's like a kind of a good exercise for practicing doing those shapes, because you can mix all of that stuff together using the thirds and the fifths and the fourths and everything, and there's lots of really cool riffs and stuff that you can that are based out of that. So something you could do is, if we take a melody line and we just played that as single notes revolving around that E, it could be kind of like maybe a thrash metal riff, like. Just by playing those notes. That's the notes that we were playing for that riff. So if we wanted to do it that way, we could. You could mix them together in that sort of a fashion. So you can take just like a single string, melody line, and you can like create your own harmony for it, or completely change the riff into something else. If if no one would ever hear this. And think that it was, So you can like, you can take like a melody line that, maybe you've already created, and you can get more mileage out of it. You could make it into other things. Anyway, I just think that this is, like I said, it's a cool riff and it's a good exercise for going down through those intervals. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed that and you got something out of it. If you like the lesson, be sure to give me a thumbs up, leave a comment down below if there's something you'd like to see covered by either myself or one of the other instructors here at guitarcontrol.com. If you have not already done so, please subscribe to the channel and click that notification bell so you don't miss any of the content that we upload throughout the week. Anyway, that is all I've got for you today. Thanks for watching and have a great day.